5,000 years ago in Egypt, an embalmer inserted an iron hook into a dead man's nose, twisted it, broke the brain into pieces, pulled it out. This wasn't a crime. This was the path to immortality. Today, 199 people are frozen at -196 degrees Celsius in America. Paris Hilton paid $200,000 to join them. Different methods, same obsession. Can death really be defeated? "5,000 years ago, a body was buried in the Egyptian desert. No coffin, no ceremony, just placed in the sand. But the desert worked magic. Dry air, hot climate, and lack of moisture prevented the body from decomposing. Years later, when this body was discovered, people were amazed. Skin intact, hair present, face recognizable. This was the moment Egyptians had an idea. If nature could do this, why couldn't we? Religious belief, the survival of the soul. The Egyptians believed in one simple truth. Death was not the end. The soul, known as Ka, would live forever. But it needed something, a body. Without a preserved body, the soul would wander eternally, lost and helpless. This was the need that gave birth to mummification, the path to eternity after death. Initially, the method was simple. Wrap the body in cloth, place in a dry location, rely on nature. But it wasn't enough. Some bodies rotted, others were preserved. Scientific mummification begins 2600 BC. A revolution came during the Old Kingdom. Organs were removed for the first time. Natron salt was discovered. A systematic 70-day process was created. The first class of professional embalmers emerged. This was when mummification evolved from art to science. A tomb in Saqqara, discovered in 2015. When scientists entered, they were stunned. 8 million dog mummies. For why? Here are the 4 major reasons. First, religious sacrifice. To please the gods. Cats were the symbol of goddess Batet. Ibis birds were representatives of god Thoth. Second, Pharaoh's companions. Royal pets, buried with their owners to accompany them in the afterlife. Third, food supply. For eating after death. Ducks, fish, chickens. Food arrangements placed in tombs. Fourth, commercial business. Sold in temples. Sold to pilgrims. It became an industry. Result, millions of animal mummies. Cats, crocodiles, monkeys, bulls, mice, even lizards. Day 1 to 2 preparation. Water from the Nile. The first wash. Palm wine for cleansing, purifying the body. Day 2 to 3 brain removal, the most terrifying stage. A long iron hook was inserted into the nose. Twisted. Brain broken into pieces. Then slowly pulled out through the nose. But what happened to the brain? It was thrown away. Why? Egyptians believed the brain was useless. True intelligence and emotions resided in the heart. Day 3 to 4 organ removal. An incision was made on the left side of the abdomen. Hand inserted inside, removing one by one. Liver, lungs, stomach, intestines. But the heart? It was left behind. It was the home of the soul. Day 4, Canopic jars, protection of 4 gods. Each organ placed in separate jars. Imsidi with a human face protected the liver. Hapi with a baboon face guarded the lungs. Duamutef with a jackal face watched over the stomach. Kabasanuf with a falcon face preserved the intestines. Day 5 to 40, burial in natron, natural salt, sodium carbonate. The body was completely covered. 40 days, no movement, just waiting until all moisture dried out. Day 40 to 50, stuffing. Empty spaces were filled with wood incense, fragrant leaves, grass, and cloth, resin like natural glue. Day 50 to 70, wrapping, final ritual. White linen cloth, up to 20 layers, resin on each layer, amulets in each layer for protection from evil spirits. Final stage, opening of the mouth, a ritual believed to allow the soul to speak, eat, and live again. Arizona's secret warehouse. Scottsdale, Arizona. An ordinary-looking building, nothing special from outside. But inside, 199 people are sleeping. No, not dead. Frozen. This is Alcor Life Extension Foundation, the world's most famous cryonics company. What is cryonics? Modern mummification. But instead of salt, it's ice. Instead of the afterlife, it's the future. Freezing the body at -196 degrees Celsius immediately after death. Removing blood and filling with antifreeze chemicals. Preserving in liquid nitrogen tanks. The hope, in 50 to 100 years, technology will advance and the body can be revived. The cost? Whole body, $200,000. Brain only, $80,000. Annual membership, $1,100. Most people pay through life insurance. Ted Williams, baseball legend. Died in 2002. His son made the decision. Freeze him at Alcor. But the family erupted. Court case, controversy, allegations that the son was doing it for money. Eventually, Ted's body was preserved in 2 parts. Head separate, rest of the body separate. James Bedford, patient number 1. The first human frozen through cryonics. A psychology professor. Today, 58 years later, he's still in Alcor's tank. Waiting. FM 2030, the futurist. Real name, Faridown M. Esfandiari. Iranian philosopher. One of the founders of the transhumanism movement. He named himself FM 2030 because he believed technology would bring him back to life in 2030. Died in 2000. Preserved at Alcor. Paris Hilton, Queen of Showbiz. Publicly announced. Contract with Alcor. Wants to freeze her dog too. Simon Cowell, Britain's Got Talent judge. I'm not afraid of death, but if there's a chance I could come back, why not take it? Larry King, TV legend. Died in 2021. Had signed up with Alcor, but family refused at the last moment. Not frozen. PayPal founders. Several Silicon Valley billionaires are secretly signed up. Names not public. First, Alcor USA. The most famous. 199 bodies preserved. 1,400 plus people waiting. Most expensive but most trusted. Second, Cryonics Institute USA. The cheaper option. 200 plus bodies. Cost, $28,000. Located in Michigan. Third, Cryonics, Russia, the European choice, 90+ bodies, also freezes pets, starting from 15,000 euros. Two minutes after death, medical team is on standby. As soon as death is declared, the body is immediately placed in ice. Artificial heart pumping started. Blood keeps flowing. Brain continues receiving oxygen. First 6 hours. Blood is removed. Cryoprotectant chemicals are injected. Antifreeze. This is crucial. Ice crystals must not form. Next 2 weeks. Slowly cooled down to -196 degrees Celsius. Vitrification happens. The body becomes glass-like solid, not ice. Finally placed in liquid nitrogen tank. Then, head down, feet up. If tank leaks, brain stays protected, waiting forever. First controversy. Is this science or fraud? Supporters say technology improves every day. Nanotechnology could repair cells in the future. What's the harm in trying? Critics say ice crystals destroy cells. Brain death equals loss of information. 0% success rate. No one has come back. This is pseudoscience, not science. Second controversy, family fights. Ted Williams' case is most famous. Son had him frozen. Daughter opposed. Years of court battles. Bitterness remains today. Third controversy, religious objections. Many religions consider it unlawful. Interference with God's will. Denial of natural death. What happens to the soul? Fourth controversy, financial risks. Will the company last 100 years? What if bankruptcy? What if electricity fails? War, disaster, catastrophe. In 2004, Cryonics Society of California went bankrupt. 9 bodies thawed, lost. Fifth controversy, ethical questions. What if the world has changed in 100 years? No family left, no friends, language changed, culture changed. Won't you feel like an alien? Egypt, estimate 70 million, mostly animals. Human, 10,000 documented. Valley of the Kings, 60+ royal mummies. 2020 to 2024, thousands of new discoveries in Saqqara. South America, Chile, Chinchorro mummies. Peru, Inca ice maidens, thousands in number. Europe, bog bodies. Ireland, Denmark, 2,000+, naturally preserved in swamps. Asia, China, 4,000-year-old mummies in Darim Basin. Japan, 24 Buddhist monks through self-mummification. Mongolia, recent discoveries. Total estimate millions of mummies, and new ones are found every year. Number 1. Chinchorro mummies, Chile. Age, 7,020 years old, 5,050 BC. Atacama Desert, the driest place on Earth. Here, the Chinchorro people did what no one could do 2,000 years before the Egyptians. Intentionally created mummies. Method? More complex than Egyptians. Skin was removed. Flesh was taken out. Body was rebuilt with wooden structures. New skin was made with clay, painted black or red. Most surprising, they preserved children the most. Number 2. Otzi the Iceman, Alps. Age, 5,300 years old, Two hikers saw a body in ice on the Italian-Austrian border. Thought it was a recent accident. When scientists arrived, they were stunned. This was a 5,300-year-old hunter. 61 tattoos on body. Last meal, ibex mountain goat meat. Death arrow in shoulder. He was murdered. Killer never found. Number 3, Ginger, British Museum. Age: 5,500 years old. Egypt's oldest natural mummy. Named Ginger because hair is reddish blonde. No intentional process. The desert preserved it. Where is Cleopatra? The world's most famous queen. Love story with Mark Antony. Death by snake bite. But her mummy? Never found. Where is it? In the sea? In an unknown tomb? Or was it never made? King Tut's curse? Howard Carter opened the tomb. Over the next several years, 6 people who were involved in opening the tomb died. People said, Pharaoh's curse. Scientists said, coincidence. Debate continues today. Lenin, Russia's living dead. Vladimir Lenin died in 1924. But today, 100 years later, he lies in a glass coffin in Moscow's Red Square. People come to see him. Every year he's embalmed. Skin kept fresh. How long? No one knows. "5,000 years. From Egypt to Arizona. From pharaohs to Silicon Valley billionaires. Humanity's one dream: to defeat death. Egyptians removed brains through noses. Japanese monks starved themselves. Today, Americans are freezing themselves at -196 degrees Celsius. Methods changed. Technology changed. But the question remained the same. Can death really be defeated? 199 people at Alcor are waiting. Paris Hilton is on the list. Simon Cowell has paid. Maybe in 50 years, maybe in 100 years, someone will return, the first human to defeat death. Or maybe this will all remain a dream. 5,000 years old, and 5,000 years new. But one thing is certain: as long as humans are alive, this obsession will never end. This isn't just history, it's humanity's greatest desire: to live forever. Your decision: if you had $200,000, would you freeze yourself?
Subscribe to the channel, or next I'll turn you into a mummy.